कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्री श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त नारायण श्रीकृष्ण लीला कथाने सुधाक्षमौडोर्य माधुर्य गुणैश्चयुक्तं वरं वरेण्यं पुरुषमान्तं नारायणं त्वं शिरसा नमामि। त्रिदण्डीनां भक्तशिरोमणिं च श्रीकृष्णपादाब्जहृदयकहृदि चैतन्यलीलामृतसारसारं नारायणं त्वं सततं प्रपद्ये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत श्री गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Let me up millions of Pawan Guru nomination sometimes all Vaishnavas Tavat Dandavat Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Can you hear okay? Yeah?
Do Gurudev, yes.
Okay. Today is Ekadasi. Huh? Jaya Ekadasi, Baimi Ekadasi. Huh? And so we are very, very fortunate to be have discussion on Ekadasi day. And also today is the appearance day of Keshav Bharati. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And tomorrow is 10th was Madhvacharya's appearance day. See, Jagadguru's Madhvacharya's appearance day. 11th was Sri Jagadguru Sri Ramanujacharya's appearance day. Today is Ekadasi, then tomorrow is Varaha Dwadasi, then Monday, that is Nityananda Prabhu's Trayodasi, Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day. Then 16th is Maghi Purnima, Krishna's Madhurostava, Mahaprabhu taking sannyas that day. Srila Narottam Thakur's Avirbhava, appearance day. So amazing thing. So in this month we had many fasting like Ekadasi, 2 Ekadasi plus Advaita Saptami, then Nityananda Trayodasi. Then 1st of March is also like Ekadasi, Shivaratri. So we got a lot of bonus this month, Bhakti bonus. More. So it's a great opportunity to progress. And this is not something by chance. This because March 18th is appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So to really have his mercy, to relish, to progress in bhakti, it is a preliminary preconditions, this fasting. Fasting is actually upavasa, meaning taking, living nearby. Upavasa, close by. So that means we have to live near the Lord. So if our belly is full and then we are feeling, drowsy, sleeping, then it cannot. You will be far away, even though you are nearby. You understand? So our bodily activities should be minimized. You know, that's what it is. And there are many things about Ekadasi. We can just go on Ekadasi, but I think most of you have heard. 2 Nobel Prizes are given on that. Many more will given definitely. MIT is doing research and so many ways. So this Jaya Ekadasi is the Lord Krishna himself telling this pastime. This one time Indra Sabha had so many apsaras, crores of apsaras. They were doing, like singing, dancing. Then there were 2 apsaras, Gandharvas also. Malyavan and Pushpavanti. They were both loving each other. And they both were taking part. Now they must have realized, hey, Indra is actually for his sake, for his pleasing we are doing it. But because they were attached to each other, their singing on the raga, music, there was a little disturbance. When you become like intoxicated in the other thing, we lose our. So Indra became aware of that, he cursed them. You both become ghost and you stay in this material world. So they came down. They were near Himalaya and they are feeling cold. The ghosts also feel cold, thirsty, hungry, all that. And they exist. The ghosts are real. Now, if you ask somebody, is the computer virus is real or not? Right? Have you seen any computer virus? What is the weight? What is the height? What is the color? But everybody is afraid, If they enter your system goes down, So, same way they are very real. One time I've seen many times. One time, what's surprising, this boy was haunted by ghosts. They came doing yajna. 4 or 5 people not able to control him. Now, where he's getting all this strength? Normally, not that much strength, but then he's taken over. Then he was speaking in a different language. When he was in normal situation, he is not speaking that language. He does not know. See, so that takes over the system. You know? Like in some computers, you have 2, like Windows, Microsoft Windows, and also Unix. Some kind of deal. So when you power on, you choose one or the other. The system behavior is totally different. Right? Hardware, everything is same, but so same way. Nowadays, from India, they control. If you install a certain software in a computer, it's a friendly takeover. You can see that computer from here. You can control. You can see visible. Everything is visible. They same way they sometimes unfriendly takeover. Okay. you know. So sometimes they take special friendly takeover is also like sometimes people in India especially. They say, oh, they, usually devatas, some devatas come on their body. answer question, this and that. It is very quite common. Huh? That is friendly takeover, unfriendly takeover. Huh? It's very real. In any case, that kind of life, you know, when you have only subtle body but no gross body, is very, uh, very pathetic. It's much more than worse than narak. You know, so so the so these two were cursed by Indra to become like that. Then, uh, because of their previous good deeds, on the day like this today, um, they could not eat anything uh, under a people tree, holy big tree. Then no water. Then even night time also, because it's so cold. Uh, there's sukshma deha. So what can is there any blanket like that? you know, no. So it's very difficult. They can go on and on, but anyway, they felt cold and no sleep. What happened by unknowingly, by the time sunrise next day, Dwadasi, and uh, they were complete. They it is like Ekadasi, huh? By me Ekadasi completed, and immediately they got back their Gandharva body, and they went back to Indra's place, huh? Swarga. Huh? There, Indra, when they saw, he was surprised. Wow, what? Who blessed you? How you are able to go away? Get away from my curse. And they told is the Bhagavan Vasudeva, mercy of Lord Vasudeva, and the Ekadasi, by me Ekadasi, able to get rid of your curse. Then Indra said, he was so astonished. Then whoever does Ekadasi, they're all worshipable by me. They're like that. So Krishna is telling, this Jaya Ekadasi can destroy even Brahmatya Rupi Papa. Brahmatya is very bad. Killing a Brahmana like that is very, very sinful. Even that can be done. Then it's like this. If you're doing this, that Ekadasi, it's like doing all kinds of yajnas. Then you will go to Vaikuntha. So by hearing, listening to this katha, one will get the benefit of doing a Agni Stoma Yajna. Very powerful yajna like that. So Ekadasi doesn't cost much. I keep on telling, Ekadasi, Bhakti Janani. Without Ekadasi, we cannot progress. Nam Japa is also, now Ekadasi and Nam Japa, they are same tattva. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling. It's like two faces of a coin, head and a tail. You cut the coin in two pieces, head and tail. No value. Individual pieces together, only together. Same way, Ekadasi makes you strong in the sadhana, bhajan, concentration, holy name taking, or mati, Then you develop taste for Harikatha, Yeah. You will not waver, your mind becomes, not waver. Like that, it helps you. So, Nam, chanting Nam also helps you to become restrained from the food, from the following, doing fasting. So, because when you are chanting, you don't feel like eating. No? You don't. Huh? You, it's a taste. No, that is real taste. That is real food for this soul. The soul is uh, lacking food. Okay. Ekasi is the ideal food. Because soul meaning, we have it has 8 qualities we talked about. Yeah, this is important because we uh, understand who we are. Later on we will discuss this. The Atma has 8 qualities, right? The Atma, the soul cannot do sin because it is no relation with the Maya's avidya, and Papa Pravritti. It cannot sin. Then, in other words, the soul has no relation with Maya, okay, no connection. So only with Maya, with the influence of Maya, we are doing all. Atma doesn't have any relation. Then how we get the relation? So that's another. Then Atma, Vichara, meaning it has no old age, disease, like the transformations. Nitya Nutana, it is eternally Nutana, fresh. Then Nimriti, it doesn't have death. Then no death. Then Vishoka, meaning it cannot suffer. No suffering. Then Vijigasta, meaning the Atma is free from the Bhoga lalase. I want to enjoy this, that, Bhoga vasana rahita. Then Apipasa, meaning Anya Vilashi, no other desire, other than serving the Lord. Then Satyakama, meaning it wants to serve Krishna. Only to serve Krishna it makes desires. For its own no other desire. And because all its desires are related to service to Krishna, is Satya Sankalpa, meaning all his endeavors becomes bear fruit, because it is for Krishna's fulfilling, satisfaction of Krishna. Anything satisfying Krishna becomes successful. So when in your baddha, when you are conditioned, there is a lack of these 8 qualities. So if you understand this, it will be very, very helpful. Because the 10th and 11th were the appearance day of Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Acharyas. Now, why there is these 4 sampradayas, right? You must have heard. Of course, Shankaracharya is Kevala Advaita. We don't get, Of course, that is important. We accept Shankaracharya as an Acharya, but not his teaching, because that was time. At that time it was necessary, but not now. It's not scientific either. So, Ramanujacharya, Visishta Advaita, this is Shuddha Advaita, Vishnu Swami Shuddha Advaita, and Shuddha Dvaita Advaita, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu harmonized all this. Achintya Veda Veda. Now, why all these, tattvas? Wow, See, basic thing is we understand this world exists, right? This is different kinds of living entities. We are also told, oh, there is Lord. Even though we don't see by this sensor, but we have the understanding is there, is eternal, is uh, his beauty, his amazing qualities, right? You understand? So the question comes is, what are the relation between these and how this matter and the living entities, where did they came from? You understand? Oh, we say from the God. Then what are the how it came about? No? The process of explaining is what the sampradaya is. If you show that the Supreme Lord is like a vastu, we are all pieces, then you think he became less, right? Something like that. So the meaning vastu parinama, transformation of vastu. Okay. There is some. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, it is not vastu parinama, it is the Shakti parinama, transformation of Shakti. Energy of the Shakti. So this is the thing. But of course, all the four sampradaya, they agree on the worship of Vishnu, bhakti, the process. So that's why the commonality is there. But there's subtle difference. But bhakti, through bhakti we are together. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted two gunas from each sampradaya. And he made it harmonized and very, very scientific. But very, there is nothing. That is uh, the speciality of Gaudiya Sampradaya. Amazing. No other Sampradaya is so crystal clear on this. So that is the thing. So Shakti Parinama is like in the electrical thing, you have a coil. Through magnet is there, coil is there. You move around, electricity is generated, but you think magnet, there is a loss in the magnetism? No. But energy is able to produce. So same way, by the Shakti Parinama of the Lord, this entire world, the jivas, everything has come, but there is nothing has disturbed his position. Okay, understand? Ananta Kodi Brahmanda. So that's really amazing. So that's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu harmonizes things. Still, Ramanujacharya Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted that ekantik, one-pointed service to Lakshmi Narayan. So like the same way our one point should Radha Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the service to the Vaishnavas, Ramanujacharya. Service to the Vaishnavas. Madhvacharya condemning or defeating Mayavada. Mayavada meaning Kevala Advaita. That we are Brahman, we are God. We have forgotten. All this. There are so many misconceptions. Defeating that, and then accepting the deity as eternal, Nitya, non-different from Nandanandan, like that. Then Vishnu Swami, he accepts like Krishna Ashraya, surrendering to Krishna. Then Ragamarga, spontaneous service. Then Nimbaditya, taking shelter of Radha, and then Gopi Baba. Huh? So this is what is taken principle. So our sampradaya, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself took diksha from the Madhva Sampradaya. Why is that? Because the other three sampradayas have something to do with Advaitavada, Ramanujacharya, Shuddha Advaita, Vishishta Advaita, Vishnu Swami Shuddha Advaita. Then Nimbadityas, Shuddha Dvaita Advaita. Only Madhvacharya is Shuddha Dvaita. So he made it. Now understanding this is very, very essential. How Madhvacharya, he gave the difference, Nitya difference. 5 differences he said. Supreme Lord and the ordinary entity, living entity. There is big difference. Krishna did so many leelas, can we do? So then there is difference between Supreme Lord and the Jada, the inert, obviously. Then there is the difference between Jiva and Jada, living entity and then the inert matter. And there is a difference between Jiva and Jiva. No two Jivas. Same. And same thing, Jada is also two different. In other words, we understand no two Jivas are same, right? So many, even physical characteristics, fingerprint will not match, iris, DNA, voice print, nick. Same way, there are no two identical electrons. Our acharyas go to that extent. Nothing amazing. No two identical atoms. Of course, science coming to that point, but there are no two identical electrons to that extent. So now there is something else. In other words, what is the difference? But there is commonality also. Jiva Goswami, what is the commonality? Supreme Lord, from the Supreme Lord's point of view, this difference is from the Jiva's point of view. Understand? But if this difference exists from the Lord's point of view, if you look at it, his Lord is different from, like Krishna is different from Ram, Narsingadev. Oh yeah, looks like, Lord Ram, bow and arrow, Krishna flute, right? Yeah, right. You think, but actually, no, because you can see in Krishna's, in his Vishwarupa, he showed everybody. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he showed like Narsimha Avatar, Varaha, Rama, devotees in his one time 21 hours in his Vaibhava Rupa. He showed so many devotees, so many things. So Jiva Goswami explains, like you have full moon. In the full moon, you have half moon, quarter moon, all the moons, right? New moon is also there. But you think they are all different moons? Like that, Supreme Lord is one, but depending upon the devotees, he appears to him like that. Same time, you know, so many incidences are there. So many incidents. One time Arjuna and then Hanuman, they encountered. Krishna told you should take help of Hanuman, the coming one. So he went to Himalayas, he found Hanuman there, and then Hanuman he paid obeisances, Arjuna. Then they, discuss each other. Then Arjuna asking, I have one question. Why Lord Ram so powerful in bow and arrow? No, right? Archery. There is no one. There is nobody equal to him. Why he did not build the bridge with bow and arrow? No? So Hanuman said, there are so many monkeys, so many powerful warriors, and also service like that. Still, could have done. Then there was a small lake there. Then Hanuman said, okay, you build the arrow. You build a bridge with your arrow. Let us see if it can tolerate my strength. So then, okay, if it does, what will you do? Then I will help you. Suppose you get defeated. Hanuman is telling, what will you do? I will give up my life by jumping into the fire. So then what happened? Arjuna, no time, he built a bridge with his arrow. Then Hanuman went with 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot like this. The bridge collapsed. So Arjuna, because he gave his word, he would jump into the fire. He started putting a fire, about to jump. Then a sadhu came by and pulled Arjuna from the backside. Like, what are you doing? I was going to jump into the fire. Why? I lost. What did he lose? We had with Hanuman, I said I will build a bridge with arrow. If I not able to withstand the weight of Hanuman, I will jump into the fire. Then the sadhu is asking, who was the witness for this, your conversation? Hey, there is no need of witness. Both are, truthful. No. This is a life and, important decisions involved in this. So you must have a witness. So I will be the witness. Come again. So he called Hanuman again. Hanuman said, can you, the sadhu is asking, Hanuman, can you give me a chance? Because I will be the witness this time. Okay, he can try many times as well. So Arjun this time what he did, he prayed to the Lord Krishna, I'm your devotee, please don't give me up. Last time I forgot to remember you, that's why I lost. See? Krishna, don't give me up. So he prayed to the Lord, and then he built the bridge. Then what happened this time? Hanuman did like this, nothing happened. He went in the middle of the bridge, jumping up and down, nothing happened. Then Hanuman is saying, then water is become reddish. Why it is reddish? He went and saw Lord, Ram, holding that Setu, Hanuman is jumping. So because of that thing shaking, is hitting him and blood is coming out, making some wounds. Then he cried out, oh Lord, what is this? Then the sadhu there, Arjuna also came running. For Arjuna seeing the sadhu as Krishna, and Hanuman is seeing him as Lord Ram, same time. Two people, two devotees, having different versions. So, you understand? So it is called no difference. No difference in him or in his avatars. Like a moon, you understand? See, this is from the Lord's point of view, okay? And what about jivas? From the Lord point of view, is jiva is different from the Lord? From Lord's point of view, okay? From, of course, our point of view, there is big difference. You know? It is no. Jiva Goswami says no. Why? Because suppose the sweat comes out of my body. If I demand, hey, sweat, go inside, you think it will hear my command? No. But all the jivas, everything is under his control of Krishna. You know? One time, see, to appreciate this, I mean, I might have told this, but I'm telling again because if you understand this, our bhakti, obstacles will go away. One time, Abhimanyu, okay, Jayadratha killed Abhimanyu. Of course, all in the war, Mahabharata war. Abhimanyu is the son of Arjuna. Subhadra, right? It was really too much. And because it is not one-to-one, all the big Karna, so many people joined together and, so it's unbearable. Then Arjuna took a vow. By evening, end of day, I'm going to kill Jayadratha. Openly declared it. Then, of course, Jayadratha heard, so the Kauravas, opposite party, they hide it. Yeah, some places, secretly they kept him away. So Arjuna is fighting, nobody is able to come forward and fight with him. He was so fierce. 2 hands, thing is going on. Then almost sunset. Now sun is setting down. So he was truthful, so he made a fight to jump in. Because he could not fulfill his vow, right? Kshatriya, warrior. So then the Kaurava was thinking, wow, Arjuna will die very soon, we will win, Pandavas will also die. Without Arjuna, they are helpless, they will die. So let's bring so they brought him, and because he was responsible for killing. Then what happened? He was tall person, right? So then, because they want to celebrate, then sun came up again. Sun was visible. Then Krishna told Arjuna, you keep shooting the arrows till Jayadratha's head goes and falls into the hands of his father, on the lap of his father. So with his arrow, like that, went on the lap of Jayadratha's father. His father was doing it Anik, evening time, right? So something fell on his lap. He threw it away. Then some thought came. What did I throw? He went and saw. It was his son's head. Oh, he started. Oh, my son, Jayadratha. So Jayadratha died. His father also died. The reason is Jayadratha, he was trying to take away Draupadi in Kamyavan, and Narmani are crying. So he told Pandava, see, look, they're all doing this thing here, Harikatha, and then see there, she's being taken away. Arjuna and Bhima ran and then took a vow, he was going to kill him, Jayadratha. So Arjuna shot a fire, all around, so he could not escape. So he got him, he brought him to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, don't ask me what you should do to with him, ask Draupadi. Draupadi said, don't kill him, because he is married to your sister. Kauravas, like brothers of them. So then Krishna asked what to do. You have to fulfill your desire, your vow that you will kill him, and you should also fulfill the desire of Draupadi that you should not kill. So he made him some disfiguring and left him. So disfiguring is like killing and not killing, So he went away, he became very, he wanted to kill Pandava, at least Arjuna. So he made a tapasya, austerity to please Shiva. So Shiva came and what do you want? I want to kill Arjuna. He said, as long as Krishna is there, it's not possible. Ask something else. So he said, okay, if somebody kills me, Jayadratha is telling, if my head falls onto the ground, I should live again. I should come back to life again. But who kills me must die. See the logic, That means if Arjuna is going to kill him, if his head falls because of Arjuna, who will die? Arjuna will die, not him. You see? Then Shiva is also more intelligent, than him. He said, all right, so be it, but in case if your father throws your head, then he will die. Okay, why my father will throw my head away? So then so Krishna knew this, that's why it happened. Now the question comes, the sun was down, how did the sun came out? Now other acharyas say the Krishna covered sun by the Sudarshan Chakra, he took away, he came back. Other acharyas says, like Krishna says, and in the atom, between the atom and the light of the moon and the sun, like that. So in the quanta, every tiny bit of light is there. Right? So when like previously, if the sweat comes out of our body, if we say go inside, it will not listen to our command. Same way, the sunlight coming out of the sun, if sun recalls his light back, hey, come back, you think light is going to come back? No. Once you please him, it's traveling. But because Krishna is in the every quanta of the light, they will listen to him. They will command. So he said, sun is going on his path, light is coming from the sun. On one point, Krishna said, hey, you stop here. See, sun is going down, light is coming, but there is no, light is stopped in one point. So what we see, light is not coming and hitting our eyes, right? And not entering our eyes. So what we see? Darkness. Even though there is sun in front of us, you understand? But so much control. So much control. So Krishna, so much. Then when Jayadratha they brought him, Krishna said, okay, now we can move. So all the light moved, entered the people's eyes, they saw, hey, sun is still there. See? So, Krishna did not break the vow that Arjuna took. He made, because of Krishna, Arjuna was able to keep up his vow. You understand? Same way, you cannot do anything without the help of Guru and Krishna, who is more powerful. So, So what it shows is from the point of view of Krishna, if we can control the light, you think light is different from him or Jiva is different from him? You understand? Suppose I take a pen and write. Pen is pen is writing or I am writing, right? Pen is instrument, it is behaving, the way I make it move, right? So then his pen is different from this, mind. Understand? So like that, from his point of view, there is no difference, But from our point of view, there is a big, big difference. This is called achintya, Veda Aveda Tattva. This word. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's country, Shakti. So there is no diminution, there is no loss in the vastu, energy. So this is how we harmonized. That's why Lord has so much. But from the Jiva point of view, the difference, understand? Difference is prominent because we are, from our point of view, always that difference will be there. Whether we are liberated or not, So, Madhus, and of course the Varaha, Varaha is the, see, now I think most of you understand, but some may not understand. Tomorrow is Varaha Dwadasi, meaning appearance day of Varaha. Varaha is also Vishnu Tattva. So on the day of Vishnu Tattva, we have to fast. So technically speaking, we should fast tomorrow. But we say we are fasting today. For tomorrow's fasting, we are doing today itself for both Ekasi and Varaha. Reason is Bhakti Devi is prominent. Krishna is controlled by Bhakti Devi. So Ekasi, mother of devotion. So we have to take part of the Ekasi. Ekasi meaning Dashami Ekasi Dwadasi, right? All is played together. So right time you have to take before. Now, but if you take then you are breaking Varaha, right? So, but because if you follow Bhakti, Vishnu Tattva, Lord Varaha will be very, very happy. He wants us to become devotees, right? He will be very happy. So he does not mind. Oh, he did not fast on my day, but he fast on Ekadasi. He will be very, very happy. That's why we pray to him. Today, tomorrow is his appearance day, but yesterday was Ekadasi. You have to take Parani, then glorify him, and then, for that reason. Now, Varaha, there is one amazing pastime. Sometimes the Varaha, that like in Jid Narasimha, actually Varaha, Nara Varaha, Varaha Mukha, Nara. Varaha face, and then like Narasimha, face of lion, and then the human, right? He is also Varaha and human, like that. Okay. Svetavarna. There are two appearances of Swayambhuva Manvantara to lift the earth. He appeared from the nostril of the Brahma. Then he became big and big like that. Then Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, to kill Hiranyaksha, when he to deliver the earth from the Patal, he came. Now the One time, the importance of Varaha Dwadasi, amazing pastime is told. One time, this is in Varaha Dwadasi, in Varaha Purana, Durvas Muni is telling. One time, there was Samvarth name, Rishi, sage, Samvarth. He had 5 children. One time they went to the forest, to bring things for the yajna and all that thing. And they saw a deer, beautiful deer. And in their presence, they were saying, and it gave birth to the 5 babies. And as soon as it gave babies, the mother went away, disappeared, went away. So these 5 boys, some Vartas, children, Munis, Kumaras, they were wondering what to do. So they thought they will bring that to ashram, take care of them, right? So as soon as they took the babies and they died, then they felt very bad. Oh, what is this? We became cause of the death of these 5 deers. Oh. So they came and told the father, Samvarta. Then he telling his father, see, you have done a great sin. You have to do atonement. My father was also, reason you did this is my father was also doing himsa, injury, causing injury to the living entities. I have also, one greater extent. You are also doing this because father, grandfather. So then the boys are asking, what should we do? Atonement. He said, then you act like deers. Put on a deer dress, right? Like a skin, which the deers have died naturally, okay? Not that you kill them. Naturally they die. Then you take that skin, put on, act like deer, walk on, like 2 hands and 2 legs, like deer. They were doing for 5 years, he said. So they were doing for 1 year. They did for 1 year. Austerities, doing tapasya in the form of deer. Then one time, a king came for hunting. His name was Veeradanwa king came to hunt. Then, because he saw like deers, the king saw these are deer, so he shot them, he killed them. When he killed, he came to know, oh, I killed Brahmanas, sages. Brahma, what to do? He was crying, what should I do? Then he came to a sage, Devarath. Ashram. Then he cried, oh, sage, please help me. Unknowingly, I thought I was hunting. Yes, I killed this Brahmana. Oh. Then Devarath took mercy on him. Tell, O king, don't feel fearful of this. Like if you follow Varaha Dwadasi, then how Varaha lifted the whole earth. Like that, he will lift you from this sin. So we have to do this. It will also get rid of Brahma Hatya. Then the king did that, and then he became free from all this. Then after his death, a beautiful golden plane came to take him. He went to Indralok on the passing, right? Passing Indralok. You go. His destiny was Brahmalok. He was going through Indralok, passing by. There, Indra wanted to have his darshan. He came to Yali Darshan. Said, no, you do not have enough qualification, enough tapasya to take. And also all the caretakers uh, of his base. Same thing happened. Then he went to the Brahmalok is where the Agni, see at the time of dissolution, the fire starts from bottom, that fire will not touch there, and also mrityu, death there. So now this happens only when Krishna is pleased. That's why Krishna, the Durvas Muni, tell him, you have to follow this Varaha Dvadasi. So following Varaha Dvadasi meaning actually following Ekadasi. And praying for Varaha tomorrow. So Varaha Dev ki jai. See Navadvip in Koladip, where our Gurudev Samadhi is actually the place where Varaha, when he brought the earth, during bringing earth on his, the teeth, right? The spot where the earth touched his teeth is the Koladip. That's why Koladev, in Navadvip, if you come and see the Varaha there, Lakshmi Varaha. Koladev is Varahadev in Bengali. Bengali. Both. So, Varahadev is there. There's a pastime in Koladip also. Lord appeared there. Then, Nityananda Trayodasi. Now, Nityananda Trayodasi is also very, very important. Monday, pastime. This is very, very important because who is Nityananda? Balaram, right? Sankarshana Karna Toyashai. Garbhodashai Payobdashai. Sheshasya Yashyamsa Kalasa Nityananda Kirama Sharanam Namastu. He is Mula, the root of, is the Sankarshan. Then Karnodaka Sai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Shirodaka Sai Vishnu, and then Shesha, Sheshanath. All the jivas coming from Nityananda Balaram. So, Iso is non-different from Krishna. He is Vishnu Tattva, not different from Krishna. All the Vishnus are coming from him, the three Purusha avatara. But still his Abhiman, his feeling is that I am the servant of Krishna. Krishna Balaram Leela, you see, so much service he does there. Not only he does directly, in the form of all the Gopas, you understand? Dham, everything Balaram. Krishna's all the, his kundal, his, all his abharana, clothes, everything is Balaram. So many ways he wants to serve Krishna. So many ways. Always serving. Because the jivas are from Balaram, don't you think we should have Vishnu himself? That's why even Advaita Acharya, like he wanted to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was serving him, treating him as his guru, because he is a Madhavendra Puri's disciple, right? Ishwara Puri was God brother. But the Advaita Acharya did not like it. What is this? I'm fit for nothing. He's treating me like his guru. No. So he went to Shantipur and then he started teaching Vasishta. That mukti is important. See, we say Bhakti meaning we have to give up Bhoga Lalasa, Mukti and Siddhi, right? Bhoga Lalasa, enjoying tendency, liberation, and then Siddhi, all the different vibhutis, powers. They are like ghosts, But here he is teaching no mukti. Then very angry, went to Shantipur. You called me to preach, to help you to preach Shuddha Bhakti. Now we are preaching like this. So I became angry and hit him. His wife Mahasita, she came and Advaita Acharya was jumping up and down. Wow, today I got your mercy. You are treating me like you are, uh, very dear one. That's why you are hitting. I am very like that. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when we became very like that. Vishnu was also the feeling of serving. So there is so much pleasure, so much ananda in serving him. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to relish that sweetness that Radharani relishes by serving him, by tasting. He has a greed. He became very greedy. Hey, wait a minute. Looks like she is more happy than me. What is that? What is the speciality in me? So very, internal reasons. So that's why same Balaram, at that Nityananda also. So much. See, Nityananda Prabhu's all pastimes are glorified. Nothing, not even a scent, even a trace that he wants to be glorified. That's why you say in bhajans, right? Nityananda. Abhiman Yashuna Nityananda. Jara deke dare kahe. Bolo Gaura Hari. If you say Gaura Hari, I will become your son. Nityananda. Bah, such a personality. When he was hit by Jagai, Madai, their pastime, he did not take. So merciful. So sometimes some people, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, sometimes you can see Nityananda Prabhu, he appeared, is Balaram, by the desire of Krishna in Radha Desh. Etc. Adai Pandit, his father, and Padmavati Devi, mother. Then there are many pastimes. Then he left, home. Then he was doing everywhere. Then when he came to Vrindavan, he heard, he was crying, "Oh Krishna, where are you? Where are you?" Then a ethereal voice, "Oh, your Krishna has appeared in Navadvip. Quickly go." So he came immediately. Then he met. When they met, there's so much tears, both. Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nitai crying, they have soaked themselves. So, so some people, what they are saying is, Nityananda Prabhu, they think is only Guru Tattva. So they don't fast on Nityananda. Akhanda Guru Tattva we say, right? So, if we are going to fast on the appearance of Guru Tattva, every day some gurus are appearing. Even the Akhanda Guru is one. Different personalities. They're coming every day practically. Some we follow, some we don't. So many things. Practically every day. So if you fast every day, then you have to fast every day. Because we are conditioned, it may not possible. You understand? If you say to others, hey, you have to fast for whole life, you think who will come to become devotee? They will not. But so some people, so what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying, wait a minute. He is Vishnu Tattva. Nityananda Prabhu is Vishnu Tattva. He is not just Guru Tattva alone. He is both. So from the point of acharane, practice, we have to, if we don't fast on that day, we are not accepting that is Vishnu Tattva. So it's an offense. That's faulty. So you must fast, just like Ekadasi, Monday. So, like that. We are doing for Advaita Acharya, then don't you think we should do for? We are doing for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on the appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are doing fasting for 18th, right? So, when we are doing for Chaitanya, don't you think we should do? Actually, the Shastra says, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Nityananda Janma Magi Shukla Trayodasi, Gaurachandra Prakash Palguni Paurnama. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Purna, full moon, and he is on Trayodasi. Trayodasi is only 2 days difference, it's almost bright. Then this Punya Tithi, very auspicious, is so Mangala, is very auspicious. All the auspicious planets, everything is very, very So we have to do serve these 2 tithis, 2 days. If we do, we obtain Krishna Bhakti, then we become free from avidya, this, avidya, ignorance, right? Become free. So that's why it says. Then, in the Nityananda Prabhu, so many fashions. Nityananda Ram, Jaya Jaya Nityananda Rama, Jahara Krupate Painu Vrindavana Dhama, Jaya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Krupamai, Jahai Te Painu Rupa Sanatana Shrai, Jaya Jaya Nityananda Charana Jahai Te Painu Sri Radha Govinda. Meaning, this is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jaya Jaya Nitya, all glories to Nityananda. Nityananda Balaram, all glories. By his mercy, we can obtain qualified to enter Vrindavan Dham. The mercy of Dham will come because he is Dham. Also, Dham, form. So he will obtain mercy. Dham. Then Jaya Jaya, all glories, all Nityananda. Jaya Krupamaya, all glories to lot of Krupa. How much Krupa is showed to Jagai Mada. They are so bad. If you see them, you are taking bath from Ganga, right? Yeah, beautiful. Again, if you happen to see on his path there, Jagai Mada, you have to go back and take bath again to get beautiful. But he made a sankalpa, I will deliver. I will make them. The world will glorify Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And he did that, imagine. You think Jagai Madai wanted to become devotees? They have desired? No. No chance. They were so intoxicated, like all of us. We are intoxicated in this material thing. Only by the determination, by the sankalpa of, Nityananda, we have come in this path. Still, sometimes we feel, oh no, I should go back into the stool. Like they remove the worm from the stool, they again want to go back to the stool. So we should not do like that. Your past is past. So Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, he gave by that sankalpa, we are getting strength to go on to in this path, right? So, Krupamaya, very good mercy. So by his Krupa, what we are getting? We are getting the blessings of Rupa and Sanatana. Without blessing of Rupa Sanatana, we are not into Gaudiya Sampradaya, right? Our foundation, our always highest desire is to Rupa Sanatana, Rupa Manjari, service of their lotus feet. Then Jaya Jaya Nityananda. All glories, all goes to Nityananda. Charanaaravinda, at his lotus feet. Why? Because by his mercy, we can obtain Radha Krishna, service to Radha and Krishna. By his mercy only we can enter Vrindavan Dham. Only by mercy we can obtain this shelter of Rupa and Sanatan. Only by his mercy we can get the service to Radha and Krishna. So that's why he says, Narottam Thakur, Yena Nitai Bine Vai, Radha Krishna Paite Nai, Dudakari Tare Nitai Vai. So, brother, without Nityananda, Radha, you cannot obtain Radha Krishna, service Radha Krishna. That's why be strong. Get hold of strongly the lotus feet of Nitai. So we pray Monday. Nityananda Prabhu. Oh, Nityananda. Please accept me. Give me shelter at your lotus feet. I will try to hang on to your feet. He is the Akhanda Guru Tattva. Not different from. See, in him all the Guru Tattva is there. And in Guru all Nityananda also there. So like that. The part is in the whole, the whole is also in the part. If you take an object, the object is more than the parts, right? Like that. So that principle. Now time is up. There was, see, our thing is, I don't know, I told you, there was one question they were asking. When we chant or when we do Gayatri, what should be the left hand, right? Right hand, left hand, right? How we should keep, right? Some people do like mudra, right? Some people do. So we are not into mudras, okay? Of course, we should understand what mudra is. Jnana mudra, right? Jnana mudra, like this, right? Like this, right? Jnana mudra. You see everybody? Jnana. Now, what does it indicate? What it indicate is, this finger, little finger is mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness. Okay, you understand the three. Mode of ignorance, passion, and goodness. Goodness is high, but the ignorance is small, but its effect is very high. Okay, understand? The little finger its power is, you will overpower. Now this is Jiva. You understand? This is three modes. This is Jiva. But the Jiva is together with the modes of material nature. That's why he is suffering. You understand? Now it has to be separated. How to separate? This is Lord, right? Supreme Lord. So it has to go like this, right? Understand? Then he gets separated. But if he makes an effort to go separate, like this, it's not possible. You understand? But if the Lord goes, he makes effort to go to the Jiva, it's not possible. You understand? So there should be chesta. There should be effort by the Jiva, separate from these three modes, these three. And there should be Krupa, mercy of the Lord. Right? When both happens, it becomes like this. Becomes separated. You understand? This is Jnana Mudra. According to Mudra, this is the highest Mudra, they say. Right? But we are not into this. Our Mudra is what we do like this. We engage all the modes also in the service of Krishna. Jiva, all the modes in the service of Krishna. So this is much more, this is like Yukta Vairagya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us, we don't reject anything, right? Like some other sampradaya. Oh, no, that. Finally, they want to engage. Everything is meant for the service of Krishna. So we engage everything. That way, it is very easy. Otherwise, it's a very difficult process. Jnana Yoga and all this karma. Bhakti Yoga is very easy. It is, you'll be blissful while practicing, all the way. Like that. Then we do Gayatri Mantra also like that, all this, like this. And then we chant like this. So, there was one question like that. So this is also Yukta Vairagya. Our time is coming up. Is there any questions?
Hare Krishna Gurudev Pranam. Yes, Raj Kishore Prabhu has a question.
Yeah, okay.
Dhanyavad Prabhu. Thank you so much for the class. I think you mentioned it, but I didn't get it properly. What is the difference between the white Varahadev, like in Navadvip, and this black Varahadev in Mathura?
Like Sweta Varaha, is white. Then the other one is like a black. The two Varahas, different manmantras, different manmantras came. One is Vaivasvata manmantra, then Chakshusha manmantra, Swayambhuva manmantra, then it is Chakshusha manmantra, two different manmantras. In a day of Brahma, 14 manmantras, So, two different manmantras appeared. And also, even Narasimha Swami, even in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the Prahlad's story, before Lord appeared as a Narasimha, Narasimha, right? Half man, half lion. In the beginning he appeared, he was thinking how to appear. Because Hiranyakashipu was disturbing Prahlad. On a hill, he wanted to throw him into the Samudra. That place is there in South India even today. So there he appeared as Varaha with a human, half Varaha, half man. In this case, he appeared like that. And then he took Prahlad on his lap. And he protected him, So that's why that deity is still there. They call it Narasimha but he is actually Nara, Varaha. No? But he is also known as Narasimha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited that place. So many reasons are there. No? Of course, there is no difference. Varaha, we have to pray, like especially if we are, mantras and all that, thinking of Varaha will be very, will free you. Then we use the darbe, darbe. In English, I don't know what they call it. The grass, right? We use for the yajnas, special. That is also came from his body. The air that fell from his body, from ground, that grass grew up. So that is useful is for the fire.
Kush grass,
And
Gurudev.
huh?
Kush grass.
Yeah, kusha grass. Now during eclipse time, right? Suppose you have something, you want to keep it. Then if you keep the kusha grass on the things, then the influence of eclipse will not be there. It will pass. If you do that experiment in a kusha grass, it will protect you from radiation also. Amazing. Any other question?
Hare Krishna Gurudev. Pranam. Yes, Gurudev, T. Mataji from Hong Kong has a language barrier. So she asked, can I please ask the question on behalf of her? So in Hong Kong, it's mandatory to take mRNA inactive vaccine, and the other one is inactive vaccine Sinovac. So she says if she took the first and the second one, and now they might come up with the third and fourth vaccine. So she wants to know that they're going to change between mRNA and inactive vaccine. So which is best for them to take for the third and fourth vaccine, because it's different injections. So which is better and which is worse? So if she took the first one, which is mRNA type vaccine biotech, and then the second one that came out is inactive vaccine.
Yeah. Now I'm not aware this mRNA. I know modified, but is inactive. Let me see. I'll write to email. I'll write the email to you.
G Gurudev, I will send you the exact message Mataji sent me so you can see the proper names, and then you can do the research and you can email me, Gurudev. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Pranam.
Whatever vaccine is, see, they are ineffective. But like one time I was telling, think of Krishna chanting, because it is their motive is different, but we will not be affected by either one if we are, if we are keep chanting and pray to the Lord. And Dhanvantri, remember Dhanvantri, form of the Lord. We brought the Ayurveda and the Amrut. So we pray to him, thinking of him. Then any kind of difficulties, you will be protected. Then take like Agnihotra dust, then cow urine, like that. Even if you don't have, think you are taking that. Even that will be very helpful. Even if you don't have, if you think you have taken it, it will bring the benefits. It will neutralize either vaccines. Say this vaccine is good, that vaccine is not good. Actually, both are not good. All their medicines is all useless, all poison. But that poison will not affect us. Maharaj, he was given poison. Ramanujacharya were thinking, he was taken so much poison. Putana came to kill Krishna. He observed what happened. As soon as he entered, it became Amrit. So if we think of the Lord and all these great devotees, either one will not affect us. Either one is bad, in a sense, good for us or bad for us. See, that's the thing. They will not good or bad to us, neutral. So we should not worry about it. But we have to follow the rules, because otherwise we cannot practice bhakti. That's why we have to follow rules. We cannot fight. We cannot, in a sense. But because our strong faith in the process of bhakti, these things will not affect us. See, you should not, if you think if you think, it's going to affect us, then it will affect. If you think it's not going to affect me, power of Lord Prahlad Maharaj, thing like that, it will not affect. So imagine you are taking now, this is Haridas Thakur. He was living in a cave full of poison, because of the breathing of a very poisonous snake. He did not affect it. There is nothing in this material world that can overpower Krishna's name. Krishna's name is transcendent. It can overpower, it can neutralize, it can make ineffective, So we should not worry about this thing. But we should avoid it if we can avoid it. If not, don't worry. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Dandavata pranam to everybody. Hare Krishna.
Dandavata pranam. Thank you, Gurudev. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you. Now we'll move on to Narasimha Dev Stuti. So can I please have Tarun Krishna Prabhu? Hare Krishna Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams to all the devotees. So I'm singing the Sri Narasimha Pranams. Namaste Narashingaya. Namaste Narashingaya. Prahlada Dandayine. Prahlada Dandayine. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha. Shilatanka Nakalaye. Shilatanka Nakalaye. Itorna Samha Paradorna Samha. Itorna Samha Paradorna Samha. Yato yato yam tatorna samha. Yato yato yam tatorna samha. Bahirna samha. Yadayena samha. Bahirna samha. Yadayena samha. Narasamamadim Sharanam Prapade Narasamamadim Sharanam Prapade Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranya Kashipu Tanu Brinda Keshavadrita Naravi Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nishingadev Jaya Nishingadev Nishingadev Jaya Nishingadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Sri Lakshmi Nrsimha. All glories to Nrsimha Bhakta Senapati Sri Prahlad Maharaj. All glories to all the assembled devotees. I'm just going to read the English translations quickly. I offer my obeisances on to Lord Nrsimhadev, who gives joy to Sri Prahlad Maharaj, and whose nails are just like chisels on the stone-like chest of the demon Hiranyakashipu. Lord Nrsimhadev is here and is also there. Wherever I go, Lord Nrsimhadev is there. Lord Nrsimhadev is in the heart and he is outside as well. I surrender to Lord Nrsimhadev, the origin of all things and the supreme refuge. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of half man, half lion, all glories to you. Just as one can easily crush a wasp between one's fingernails, so in the same way the body of the wasp-like demon Hiranyakashipu has been ripped apart by the wonderful pointed nails on your beautiful lotus hands. All glories to Lord Nrsimhadev. Lakshmi Priya Lord Nrsimhadev. All glories to Sri Sri Prahlad Nrsimha. May Lord Nrsimhadev protect all the devotees. So I'm just going to continue with saying the prayers to end the program. That's fine, Vishaka.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, thank you.
So firstly, all glories to Dr. Shrivard Dandi Maharaj, my senior godbrother and Diksha Guru. We're very fortunate to have Maharaj's association and Harikatha. He's a very exalted personality. Srila Narayan Maharaj was an eternal associate. Actually, when he was present on this earthly planet performing his Narat Leela, asked Shripad Dandi Maharaj that he should initiate, and he mentioned this in front of all his sannyas disciples, etc. So this is the exalted status of Shripad Dandi Maharaj. Niti Leela Pravishta Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Ashtottara Shata Shri Srimad Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Niti Leela Pravishta Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Ashtottara Shata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Sachitananda Gaura Shakti Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Sat Goswamis Ki Jai. All glories to all Vaishnavas and Bhaktas of the Lord. Vancha Kalpaturubhyascha Kripa Sundobhyavacha Patitanam Pavanebo Vaishnavbhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Shri Lakshmi Narsingha Ki Jai. Shri Puncha Tattva Ki Jai. Shri Patita Pavan Shri Shri Gauranitai Ki Jai. Shri Shri Krishna Balaram Ki Jai. Parashakti Man Shri Shri Radha Radhanath Ishtadeva Ki Jai. Shri Ram Mayapur Ki Jai. Shri Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Purushottam Ketra Dham Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Shri Dwarka Dham Ki Jai. Shri Ayodhya Puri Dham Ki Jai. Mahadham Shri Brajbhumi Dham Ki Jai. Shri Nitya Leela Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kund Ki Jai. Shri Shama Kund Ki Jai. Shri Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Shri Yashoda Nandana Ki Jai. Shri Damodar Leela Ki Jai. Ganga Devi, Yamuna Devi, Saraswati Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi, Tulasi Devi, Ekadasi Devi Ki Jai. Hari Nam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. Prashadam Distribution Ki Jai. Maha Prashadam Ki Jai. Maha Mantra Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my Dandavat pranams. Hare Krishna, Vishaka.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Tarun Krishna Prabhu, for that. And thank you, dear devotees, for joining today. Hare Krishna, pranams, and happy Ekadasi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.